Hello. What is going on over here right in front of our sanctuary hills? Is that a military vehicle? Does that mean power armor? It could just be, I'm a military vehicle, there's nothing here of value. It happens. Ugh. Is it alive? Oh yeah, it is. You're taking rats here. Well, that happens when there's like 50 fucking barrels of radiation. That's all you guys have got? Radiation? Why even carry this here? I guess the implications that the pre-war folks buried things. There we go. I was like, it's not letting me uncrouch. Anyways, the implications that we did bad things in the environment by dumping radiation barrels in random little rivers next to a fucking suburban neighborhood. I was gonna say village.
I'm gonna tell you
what is this, The Witcher?
Opening fire.
That's funny. Okay. What the hell is a group of raiders doing right outside of Sanctuary Hills? That doesn't make me very happy. Obviously, they're just supposed to live here in this little area. That has me on guard. It actually would be really neat if you could stumble across random raiders staging up, preparing to invade one of your villages or something. Hello. Bar! Why is this here? Was there a settlement just outside of Sanctuary Hills before? People overlooking the place, but it turns out that we got there first. And so they could never move in, even though they really, really wanted to. Oh no. What's out here anyways? It looks kind of like the edge of the world. You might as well explore the edge of the world while I'm out here. We know what's gonna happen though. We're just gonna kind of awkwardly run into a screen that goes, "You can't go that way!" And then I'll sit there going, well, alright. So much for open world, huh? Oh, here we go. I've been looking for blood leaves so that way I can actually make more squirrel stews. I don't know how to look for blood leaves. I just kind of stumble across them sometimes.
That's it.
It'd be nice if I could grow more kinds of plants. I'm sure there's a mod for it. There always is, right? And if there isn't, well, there will be one eventually. That's like a saving grace with mods. If you go, man, I really wish this thing existed, people will go, hey, we've made that thing exist. At least if it's actually possible. But still, it would have been nice if some of these things were just added in general. I mean, like, if blood leaves grow in the world, there should be able be a way for me to go, okay, I can make blood leaves and hub flowers grow in my own place. I just plant them again. And then I get more seeds from them or something. Do they need radiation to grow? Alright, then in a part of the town I have a radiation pit. And abuse radiation to get better plants. Cool. A farming system that has a little bit of depth to it. I have to monitor radiation levels across my crops. Otherwise they get mutated into other things. Cool stuff. But I'm too lazy to be a modder. And I don't think I'd ever actually work on a mod. If I was a modder, that is. I never work on a mod that goes, yeah, well, let's work on plants. There's other things that have to be fixed first. Alright, so the real reason I came out over here was because I kind of want to very quickly wrap up Abernathy Farms, because it's just kind of an area that's right in front of my Sanctuary Hills. I just keep not doing anything to help them, and I feel a little bit bad about it. Ranger cabin. What the hell's in a ranger cabin? Uh-oh, bugs!
Wait.
Ooh, it almost hit me with that lava too. Alright. Apparently I would have encountered like 1,000 more bugs if I had just gone in front of Sanctuary Hills. Hello.
Excellent.
Permanent take less 5% less damage from melee attacks. You know, we don't really actually run into that many melee dudes. Alright, let's look at this note. Which I can't read when I pick it up. Someone yelled at me in the comments, GaLm, you can read notes when you grab them! I'm like, no, not when you get them from a container. Trust me. I'm trying. You really do have to go out of here. So, let's see. Notes, runaway. That's gonna be R. Boom.
October 22nd, 2077. I finally told them tonight, and it was bad. Real bad. Dad was shouting, telling me I should be ashamed, that I had to get out of the house. Mom just cried, and somehow that hurt worse than anything else. She didn't say a word, not even when I packed my things. I can't go to John. He doesn't even know yet. Maybe he'll never know. If it weren't for the cabin, I wouldn't have a place to sleep. Just need some time to think. Last time I was here, I was just a little girl playing clubhouse in this old cabin. Now I'm really scared. Will anything ever be right again?
Well, that's very unfortunate for her. So apparently she died in her sleep, and we don't know what happened. Was she pregnant? I was going to say maybe she came out to her family, but then she's like, I can't go to John. He doesn't even know. So I think she was just pregnant and she ran away. She stowed herself away in that little cabin and then boom, bombs. Terrible timing. It's another one of those things. Someone finds out something drastic like 5 days before the apocalypse and then they die. Well, at least she didn't have to experience anything bad. What the hell? I was not anticipating to run into a factory out here. Where the hell is Abernathy Farms? It's to the left of me. Alright. Ugh. There's a ghoul around here. But we have a Protectotron to save us. Alright. Nice. How about give? Wow, we are just really not finding what we need today. Holy crap. It's still very amusing that these things go in reverse. Novice? Haha, nice. More like super hard. Master, well, that's easy.
Powering up. Protectron on duty.
Alright, be prepared to roll out, Preston. We gotta laser blast people.
Union violation detected. Last recorded break. 9,999 hours ago.
Really? I call shenanigans. You've been disabled this entire time. That's pretty much like sleeping on the job for 200 years. Buddy, you now have like thousands of hours to make up for. Trying to work his way out of it. No wonder people want to destroy robots in this world. Last break was 9,099 hours ago. 9,999 hours ago. Well, at least someone was here recently enough that they have a radio. Alright, what do we got in here? We got a Wicked shipping terminal and a Grognak the Barbarian thing. These are really cool covers. And then we never look at them again, unless we build more magazine racks, which I need to do eventually. I need to put more time into settlement stuff. But I'm kind of like holding off for a while, because again, I don't actually really super care, but also because if I do any major settlement things, I'll probably do it just before we start going into the main story again. And so that'll kind of be like a thing I do where we do all of the side quests, we do all of our exploration, and then I do a whole fuckload of settlement stuff all around the Wasteland, and then split off into a bunch of different paths for the main story. But for now, I'm fine. There's no reason, again, there's just no depth to the settlement system. There isn't anything calling me back to Sanctuary Hills for me to maintain it. There's nothing there. So, meh. Cargo manifest. All right, Blake Flynn, what do we got going on here? I am not checking that message. I have to look at the cargo manifest. Let's see. General Atomics Factory on delivery, uranium pellets. Okay. What about this? Chrysalis Motors, Corvega Assembly Plant, fuel cells. Ooh. And then mass fusion containment, waste material. Why would I want to go there? I don't know, but apparently we got it marked on our map. So this would have been a nice way to get some of these places marked earlier and been like, ooh, I can go to Corvega Assembly Plant for fusion cells or something. Meh. Let me look at my map real quick. So what the hell did it just mark? Mass fusion. Or somewhere. Well, it says that we have this place cleared. Is that true? I have not discovered this location yet. Okay, well, apparently we're gonna have to check that place out sometime soon. Alright, so what about this? Check this message. Please, kids, remember that deliveries must go through Tim or me before driving out. It's mad important. Do not deliver straight to the client. Especially not before we change the papers. Do have me or Tim pass over the cargo and sign off. This is big, guys. Don't screw up. Unless you want to end up like that last freaking idiot who delivered the full cargo and put our asses in hot water. Boss man Blake. Why? Are you guys trying to do some wicked things out here? Screw with the shipments and take some items from them? Oh, hello. I guess this guy died to the ghouls that aren't anywhere near his bodies. It's still very confusing. Haven't we seen ghouls eating bodies before? I'm not entirely sure.
Sweet.
There we go. Travis needs to work on his material. We got his confidence down, but now he just keeps on saying the same things over and over and over again. Have we talked about that before? Uh-oh. But I still hold that to be true. After like the 10th time I've heard about a chem deal gone wrong, I think people get it, man.
Blake, I want you to listen to me as a brother here. This whole deal with Eddie is wicked shiesty. I mean, what kind of business partner threatens to kill you if the deal doesn't go his way?
All of them?
We are in way over our heads, man. I can't see a way out of this. No way except shutting down and getting out of Dodge. Give me a chance to talk this out with you face to face. I just want both of us to get out of this.
Well, we were correct in our assumption that Wicked Shipping was up to some shady stuff, including just being dicks in general, apparently. Alright. I feel really bad for anybody who had to live in this world, like, ever. Pre-bombs and post-bombs. They're just assholes all over the place. Even though they've got really cool technology, it didn't matter. Hello. What's going on, Lucy? Where are you heading to? I've come here to help. I'm with the Minutemen. Alright, looks like she's going off to die. I'm with the Minutemen, everybody else. Oh, it's a cat. It very slightly sped up. Any cat I've ever met has ran away from me. Well, not domesticated cats, more just like stray cats. Oh, wow. Wow. Good job.
New here? Well, if you've got anything worth trading, you can talk to me.
What have you got?
It ain't a lot, but I've got a few basic supplies. Ammo, meds, that sort of thing.
Ammo and meds? What kind of basic supplies are those?
Very basic. You want to survive out here? You need ammo and meds. So, you up for a trade or not?
Sounds good.
I like how we can go from, ammo and meds? What kind of survival things are those two? Yeah, alright.
How is the trade with Diamond City?
Good, when my husband actually gets around to doing it. That is, if no one raids the farm first. Why do you think I'm selling ammo and meds? You can't protect yourself? The Commonwealth will swallow you right up.
I don't think so.
Great. Maybe next time you can get right to the point instead of wasting my time.
Well, I'm sorry. I didn't know if I didn't want to buy things from you or not. I'm with the Minutemen. I'm here to help, not to buy. Although I guess if buying helps them... Nah. We're gonna assimilate them into my massive amount of neglected farming areas. But first, we're gonna have to go after Lucy or some shit. Alright, so we have Abernathy Farm as one of the missions. Travel to Abernathy Farm. So we're just gonna grab that and run after Lucy, apparently. Alright. She's probably chasing after a super mutant. At least that's what I'm hoping she's doing. Ooh, more blood leaves. These things are really abundant. Haha! Prepare for my super cheaty headshot! Oh, I can't because I ran. Don't mind me, just picking a log while being incredibly irradiated.
Sweet.
More doors is buzzing for a reason. Radiation.
Thanks for the basic information, Preston Garvey. I knew about how these things work before you were even born. Hello, Lucy. I'm assuming it's Lucy. No, it's Blake. Okay.
That's close enough, stranger. We're a peaceful farm. We don't want any trouble.
Well, don't start off with, that's close enough.
It's okay, I'm friendly. Not looking to cause any trouble.
If you say so, but be warned, we're armed here, so don't try anything. Let me tell you, farming ain't easy. Out in the field all day, every day, and every minute of it spent watching your back.
What kind of crops do you grow here?
Mostly potatoes so far, but we're starting on melons. Blake Abernathy. You new to the Commonwealth?
Yes. And no. It's a long story.
Either way, good to see a new face. How about you? Ever think about working the land?
I'm sure I'll give it a try someday.
I'm sure I'll give it a try someday.
Well, good luck to you then. Maybe I'll see you at the Diamond City Market someday and we'll do a swap. Word of advice though, if you do start up a farm, be ready to deal with the raiders. Why do all the hard work when you can just take what you want at gunpoint?
Do you want a legitimate answer? Because I could give you one. So stop crying about it and stand up for yourself. No, that'd be mean.
What about the Minutemen? If you join up, we can all help each other against the raiders.
You don't say. I thought the Minutemen were all gone. Last time those raiders hit us, my daughter Mary tried to stand up to them. Now she's buried out back of the house. Only 21 years old, and they shot her down without a thought. So you can understand why I'm glad to hear the Minutemen are back. Although, a bit too late for my Mary.
Aw. I wonder if that's something we could have prevented. I doubt it. There's nothing worse than losing a child. Believe me, I know.
There's nothing worse than losing a child. Believe me, I know.
I'm sorry about your daughter, sir.
I'm sorry to hear you say so. I don't have much to offer, but those raiders that killed Mary, they took her locket too. It's been in Connie's family for generations. If you could get it back, it'd mean a lot to us.
Do you know where they're coming from?
Yeah, pretty sure I do. One of them mentioned Olivia while they were here. My guess is they're holed up in that old USAF station.
Okay. Retrieve Mary's locket in USAF Satellite Station Olivia. And that is... where? Wow. That's an area we've been to before. Are you sure I didn't grab that locket on my first run through? So Preston, you loved that, huh? You want to give me your perk?
Hey.
I'm listening.
Hey there.
Yeah?
Damn it.
Anything you want to talk about?
It's good to run with someone I can respect.
Oh, nothing.
Okay.
Alright, we'll head over to the USAF. Although first, I'm heading back to Sanctuary again.
Let's take them out!
Whoa. I load in, I'm just immediately attacked by bugs. Okay. Well, I'm here to re-clear out this station of raiders and a dog. I remember our first time here. Wow, what? Excuse you? You're not even level 2. Goodbye. That is incredibly disrespectful. Remember what I said beforehand a long time ago? About how it'd be nice if sometimes enemies were a little bit more level locked around where we are. You know, somewhere like, oh, they can never be below 10 levels below me. That'd be nice. I don't like running in level 1 enemies. Although, I guess for some places it makes sense.
Plenty of hard cover. Whoever set this up knew what they were doing.
Again, it's a bunker, dude. Although, no, this one isn't a bunker. It's still a military station, though. Anyways. Yeah, I don't know. I just really like the idea of... I forgot what I was saying. Oh!
This place is giving
Enemies not really sucking.
Nothing there now.
Or having combat armor and progressing along with me. I mean, let's look at this. It has been at least how long? I'd say like at least 6 months. Let's see, October. So that's November, December, January, February, March. 5 months of being out in the Wasteland. Time could have progressed, and these guys could have all got power armor or something, or made it themselves. Get a whole bunch of heavy combat armor.
Keep a sharp eye out.
Alright, what do we got in this guard terminal? Okay. Results? Nope, that didn't work. How about reason? Nope. Custom? You just have to try like really absurd words eventually. Oh, jeez. I could exit out and just redo this. It'd probably be faster, but if any of these can give me a tries reset, I have to try. So it's probably Justin.
There we go.
Yeah, there you go. Check-in log. Let's see. 22nd October 77. This could be not 2077, but 2277. You know how the gunners are. Oh, these aren't gunners. These are raiders. They don't care. All right. SSO will be upgrading equipment in the coming months, but this does not mean maintenance duties cease. Continue normal work schedules. 2. The lower storage room requires fumigation for pests, specifically cockroaches. Oh boy. Extermination commences at 0900, 25th of October 77. All personnel are required to vacate substation levels for the duration of the procedure. Due to the high volume of a signal intercept in traffic, Intel officers will be on site daily until further notice. Hold up. All personnel are required to vacate substation levels for the duration of the procedure. Okay. I misread that wrong. For some reason, I skimmed it in my mind, and I thought I read the word radiation. And it's because I'm already thinking about rad roaches. Warning, access to the Intel room strictly prohibited to Intel officers, analysts, and senior officers. Violators will be subject to court-martial. But are you still gonna open up the door? Okay.
Who's out there?
I heard something kind of open up. I don't know if that's the Intel room though.
Shook up over nothing. Someone there?
Hello, everybody! I'm here for, a locket. Yeah, I know.
Over here.
Super overly sentimental, but I am a nice person. Oh, no. Damn. Damn. This poor dog. He didn't even stand a chance. We're just gonna not look at it. That's really depressing. Oh. This must be the Intel room. The Intel room has mini nukes and stuff in it. All right. I missed a lot, apparently.
I'd hate to have to attack this place.
Because I came here really early on.
Perfect.
And I just I didn't come down here. I didn't notice that there was any place to go down. I went immediately up the satellite and thought, well, I guess that's it. Ah, so much loot missed out on. But hey, I get a whole bunch of technical documents, and that means a whole lot of money, honestly. I wonder how many people actually actively use like mines and stuff. I feel like the game doesn't get hard enough for me to warrant using them. And enemies don't typically run at me all that much for me to do it either. I mean, maybe mines would be good for a stealth build? Like, when you're so stealthy that you can literally walk up in front of them kind of stealth build? You're just like, hello, and then they suddenly blow up. But sometimes it just seems better for me to just shoot everybody.
Hey.
Throwing a grenade and hoping it explodes in time? Yeah. Damn! I wasn't expecting this synth to just fuck their day. Oh my god, he took the minigun! That's my... What have I done? What have I wrought upon this world?
Reporting status. All functions normal.
Can you give me the minigun? It doesn't belong to you. Okay, well, I guess we're not getting that.
Any idea what all this does?
Let's be honest, all I'm gonna do with the minigun is sell it. It weighs too much for me to actually use it. Unless I increase my carry weight? Yeah. It's a little bit silly for me to do. Oh yeah, by the way, here's my minigun that weighs 30. Preston, we literally just killed people in this place. You can't say no one's been here in a long time, and that's completely wrong. Did they really put the locket inside of a box? That's it. All right. Well, they put it by a box all the way in the back of a door. Why is that? What is behind this door that warrants putting a locket next to it? Maybe there's no meaning to it. Maybe they just stuck it back here like, ah, forget about it.
Yes.
It's worthless. Well, there's the rad roaches. I'm surprised these things lasted this long. I mean, obviously these aren't the roaches from 200 years ago. Or maybe they are. But did they, like, just eat stuff in these boxes? I don't know. Intel room key. Oh, yay! Alright, that front door thing was locked. In my mind, this entire time I've been thinking, wow, it was really easy to open up the intel room, considering what it had in there.
It's hard to breathe in here with all this dust.
But that's a lie.
We should get out of here as soon as
because
we
it
can.
was an advanced lock thing, and I wouldn't have been able to unlock that until like maybe 20 or 30 hours ago. So I would have had to come to this back room instead. Got you. I understand.
That's it.
I'm so glad I eventually put points into that thing.
Damn, it's hard to breathe in here.
There's so much information that you miss out on. I almost blasted this fucking thing. I'm gonna do it anyways. There you go. I can pick it up. All right. Preston, examine this body.
Heads up. What do you need?
Damn it. Damn it, damn it, damn it. Never mind, Preston. I have enough carry room right now. Yay, a baseball! This reminds me of pre-war times when we beat people in the head with baseball bats. It was great. You know, I don't know if I've ever told this story, but here's a funny story involving a baseball bat of some kind. Hello, combat teddy bear. So anyways, way back when I was like, I believe maybe 4, and I used to live in Hawaii. I don't remember much, but at some point I was with my mother and we were visiting some of her friends, and her friends owned a farm or something. All I know is that it was this large open land, and they owned it. So I was like, sweet. Well, okay, I wasn't like sweet, I was 4 years old. But one day while we were visiting, they had set up one of these like practice baseball things. And it was basically a baseball tied up with a string. Oh. Someone lost their hands. Okay. Anyways, it was a baseball tied up to a string on kind of a little stand. And what you were supposed to do was you were supposed to take a baseball bat and hit the baseball, and it would fly off, and then the string would yank it back. And the reason I'm telling this story is because when I first tried it, I hit the baseball with enough force that it went way the hell out, and then came back and smacked me right in the face. And that's how I got to learn the laws of physics. That did not work out very well. And maybe that's somehow embedded kind of a resentment of sports. Nah, I just am not super interested in sports in general. But that is an interesting way for me to blame it on something. All right. Sometimes when you re-examine things that happened in your life and go, oh, how traumatic for me. All right, I could fast travel straight back to the Abernathy farm, but I don't want to because there is a robotics disposal ground next to here. And since I'm kind of just exploring everywhere I can anyways, I might as well do this. Hello. Ooh. Mentats, just chilling out inside of a locker. Vertibird. Vertibirds mean possibly military loot. Whoops, that is not my Gauss rifle, or not my Gauss rifle. It's not wrong, it's not my Gauss rifle. What is this called again? The Overseer's Guardian. Oh well, my bleeding combat shotgun still killed this thing. Look at this area. This is intimidating. And a whole bunch of mole rats around here. Hey mole rats, why don't you bite me? I will infect you with this disease I got from so long ago. Oh. That is way too fast. Like as soon as the combat starts, it goes, nah, I'm right behind you. Oh great, now I'm poisoned. I think? Yeah, no, that's definitely being poisoned.
Where are they?
This game would be so frustrating to play in third person.
I think I got something over here.
It sometimes works, but sometimes you're just kind of like in close quarters going, well, I can't see anything. Here we go. I'm fighting for my life here. I got him. All right, so what is around this vertibird? We've got some ammo, dead bodies, a brown flight helmet, and that's it. You know what's a shame? I can't take military fatigues off of dead military skeletons. Those would be a nice source of military fatigues, especially when you can actually upgrade them now. Ballistic weaves. You should have been able to do that way earlier, by the way. I mean, obviously not with, like, ballistic weaves or ballistic fiberglass or whatever, but other things would have made this system way better. Okay, so there's no power armor here amongst this vertibird thing, but maybe the robotics disposal ground has something for it. I'm just making a quick glance over just in case. All right. It'd actually be really amusing if I found XO1 power armor by Sanctuary Hills. Obviously, it'd be leveled up because of me being a higher level now. In fact, what level are we? Level 58, holy shit. But still, the thought process of, here's this super high level armor and it's just here, makes me happy. Okay. It's not activating. I could kill it. There's nothing to worry about. Hello there. Oh. This is really weird. But you can see where the fusion cells are stored inside of it.
Grade. Might be better to just avoid tangling with.
Yeah, don't worry. I have no intention of fighting this thing. But I am going to shoot it and take its fusion course. Alright, I guess that's not happening. I just wanted to see if it would like activate in self-defense. Kind of like an override protocol or something. Okay, what do we got in here? We got a magazine. Hot Rider! Permanently unlock a new custom paint job for your power armor. Neat. We'll check this out then. And what do we got in here? Are we gonna have a story about this robot? Let us see. Delivery log. 1 prototype sentry bot. Unknown issues. 15 protectrons missing all limbs. 4 decommissioned sentry bots. 8 robo brains. IQ well below 80. 14 iBots. Vision sensors missing. 9 protectrons missing all limbs. 27 defective Mr. Handies. Won't stop talking. Oh jeez. 12 protectrons missing all limbs. What the hell is going on here? Why is everyone stealing protectron limbs? Let me listen to this tape. Oh, it's one of these. Okay, commissioned by Redacted and built by Redacted, this prototype sentry bot must only be operated by official personnel of Redacted or the associated client. Okay, this holotape should accompany a combat sentry prototype Mark IV. Redacted is not responsible for any property damage, personal injury, or loss of life sustained while operating this prototype. If you are not a member of Redacted or an associate of this prototype's owner, Redacted, you must destroy this holotape immediately and deny any existence of it or the accompanying prototype. That's not worrying at all. This operation will boot the Combat Sentry Prototype Mark IV and all of its presently loaded systems. Warning! This Combat Sentry is a prototype. It is highly recommended that all tests are performed in a closed environment under Combat Proto Systems Initiative Code 3392F6. The current user is at fault for any training incidents that occur. Yeah, we'll just hold up on that for now. Let me actually read more of these notes first. Oh, we got a lot of these, God. Hold up, I gotta drink some water. Okay, let's see what these guys have to say. Okay, I was worried. Sometimes you go into these things and it's just the entire page plus another page plus another page. Then you go on to the next entry. But let's see what we got. Weird, more of those protectrons with no arms or legs. How do you even miss that in production? Do they have robots building these robots or something? That's a scary thought. Robots making robots is yikes. We just got these iBots the other day that were actually missing their eyes. Isn't that ironic? Ha! Anyway, yeah, missing something like that, they must have a lot of their own bots on staff or something. They just dropped some sentry bots off. It doesn't look like there's anything wrong with them. Why would they just throw them away like this? I'm thinking about taking one of these things home and setting up to mow my lawn for me. What do you think? More of the, I don't even know what voices I want to give these guys. More of those protectrons missing everything. I heard from a couple of the other nearby sites that they keep getting them too. Someone made a big mistake. Weird that it's cheaper to dump them here than to send them back and attach some arms to them. Some weird guys dressed in all black just dropped off a sentry bot of some kind. They wouldn't say who they were. The thing looks like it's fully functional. They even had it drive itself into the yard and shut down. I looked in the trunk and they threw next to it and it had a holotape in there. I'm thinking about seeing what's on it, but those guys in black have me pretty freaked out. I was joking about taking one of those sentries home. Don't look at the holotape. If those guys dumped it all here, they had a good reason, and you probably don't want to get mixed up in it. We've got an easy job here. Come in a couple times a week and walk the perimeter and go home. Don't let your curiosity screw that up. Or nuclear bombs. All right, let's see what happens to this tape. Activate sentry bot, yes. Boot up sequence confirmed.
Current objective: patrol immediate area and neutralize any hostiles that pose a possible threat to the U.S. military and/or its citizens. Do not interfere with security operations.
Okay.
Current objective: patrol immediate area and neutralize any hostiles that pose a possible threat to the U.S. military and/or its citizens.
Well, first you gotta actually get a move on. Doesn't seem like you're doing anything, really. You're just chilling out next to everything. Alright, I gotta go back to the terminal. We're gonna see if we can do anything with this robot. Because obviously, maybe I don't want to just randomly shoot it up. Oh, hold on, let me take this stim pack. I wonder which guy this was, Dylan or Mike? Maybe they're just both dead around here. We'll see. Alright. Play tape. Engage defense protocol. Initiate self-destruct. Whoa! Detecting nearby U.S. military compounds that currently require assistance. Defend USAF Olivia, South Boston checkpoint, Revere satellite array, and defend Fort Hagen. Well, I don't really... We just cleared out Olivia. Boston checkpoint, I'm pretty sure we don't care about anything happening over there. But I don't know anything about this Revere satellite array, maybe? Hold on, let me check my map. So it's a satellite array. I don't know what a Revere satellite array is. Maybe it's this thing over here. Yeah, there you go. All right. The Revere satellite array is way the hell over here. So if I say go over there, holy shit, I could follow this robot all the way across the wasteland, back to the Revere satellite array, and maybe you'll fight everything along the way. That's interesting. We'll just keep it around the USAF Olivia. And then I'll come back for it later. Actually, you know what? I'm gonna take this tape. Because I can play tapes on my, Hip-Boy. Well, let me just go ahead and do that. Or I can blow it up and take 2 fusion cores. But I have so many fusion cores, I'm not gonna do it. You're gonna live, buddy. Don't worry. Alright. I just need to find the thing inside of my notes. Whoops. I don't remember the name of it. I just picked it up without looking at it. Wait, here we go. Combat Sentry prototype. Well, that is trippy. Engage defense. Go to the Olivia place.
Initiating defensive procedures. Checking mapping protocol for nearby military emplacements that require assistance. U.S. Air Force Satellite Station Olivia detected as requiring assistance. Engaging navigation routine.
He's actually gonna move? I think it's broken, guys.
Do not interfere with security operations.
It's broken. It's fucking glitched. I think it's legitimately supposed to be moving around, and it's not doing anything. We're gonna travel to Olivia and see if this fixes the problem, right? Like, we're there, and the game has teleported the robot around the area. Maybe. It'd be kind of hard to tell, because it could just be patrolling in the streets, right? Alright, we're gonna go back to the robotics disposal ground. Yep, the robot's not here. What the fuck? Well, I hear gunfire. I'm walking back from Olivia to the robot place. Did someone just die to the sentry bot? Am I gonna find it lording over the area? There it is. It killed a bunch of mole rats. Hey there, buddy. Glad to see you're finally moving around. That was weird. I guess maybe it glitched out and now it's unglitching itself out. Like maybe it was supposed to start fighting these mole rats to show us off stuff. Ooh, bottle caps. Uh-huh. Maybe it has a protocol where it goes to the place and then after a while it just heads back because it realizes that everything is dead around there. I don't know. We're just gonna hope this is still here later on, and I'm just gonna head back to X-Ray Hills for now. I am interested in this robot, but it's weirding me out with its not workingness. Although now that it's moving, I think we're good.